everybody. This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Uncensored Report this New Year's Eve 2017. We're going to New Year's Day tomorrow. Just a word of advice on texting. As we all know, there's a lot of idiots out there, and myself, I'm probably guilty of it too, that do the texting and driving type thing when we shouldn't. They're looking at a new state mandate because Florida's one of 3 states that do not really make it a primary offense. Right now, basically, they have to see you speeding or doing something else that breaks the law before they can pull you over. If they see you texting, you're not breaking the law, they can't do anything. They say, the highway troopers and the police out there, that it's hard to separate those people that are texting from the drunk drivers as they drive down the road. They speed up, they slow down. For obvious reasons, they get too close to other cars where they might crash into them and all that good stuff. So, they believe that the current laws in Florida are aiding and abetting, I guess you could call it, the deadliest roads in the nation, which are here in Florida. We have some of the deadliest out there, and a lot of people believe that it's because we don't have a full ban on texting while driving. Like I said, basically the Florida law is that texting by non-commercial drivers is a secondary offense. The law enforcement, the police, the Leos out there have to see another violation, such as speeding, illegal lane change, not using your blinker, to go after you. This bill, though, would make texting a primary offense. And the fine for the first offense it's small, it's minimum $30 plus court costs, which, I don't know, maybe let's say $120, and no points to the record. Previous attempts have failed, though, and like I said, out of 43 states already have this type of primary offense with this, but not the state of Florida. There are some hurdles out there. Right now, you got the libertarians, the libertarian view out there that say banning is generally fallen to one of these two camps. The ones with the libertarians, where they basically sit there and say, look, the current law is sufficient because texting leads to swerving, right? It leads to tailgating, leads to accidents and other dangers. So issue tickets for the tailgating, issue tickets for the swerving. You don't have to add on more laws, more regulations, if you will. A lot of the minorities are against it because they say it leads to racial profiling, and the ACLU is helping that because they said when Florida made fasten your seatbelts a primary offense, that more black drivers were pulled over than others. Where the truth lies, I don't know. I do know that Florida has a lot of crashes. It killed almost 2,700 people this year alone. They're not sure of how many of those are texting related, but they believe that a lot of them are. So, this is probably a bill. It's apparently got some steam, and it's a good thing, I think. It's something that should be a primary offense. I don't think a $30 fine and court costs and no points is really going to stop too many people. I think that should be a little harsher, but what do I know? This has been, if you move forward with it. But I sort of agree with the libertarians here. You know, if you're seeing them swerving and doing all this stuff, obviously they're distracted. Pull them over for the swerving. And the Highway Patrol said it clearly. They said, you know, generally you can't separate them because they're swerving, they're doing this, they're speeding up, they're tailgating. So I think it's pretty apparent already if someone is distracted. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Uncensored Report.